Welcome to the Speakers of Organization, LLC, where truth is spoken and good works are being done. I welcome you to the Speakers of Organization, LLC, again. I'm doing this video right after I did one just a little earlier today. I didn't want to wake up the family, but I'm not going to wake up the family doing this video. This is the video right here that I said in my other video that I will co-sign. And I'm talking about something that I know. This brother that you see in this video right here scammed a fella that I know. And I told this fella, I said, man, if you would have came to me before you sent money and gave this fella right here money, I would have told you about the different things that I was hearing about him. And then I would have let it be your choice if you still wanted to do it or not. If you still wanted to do that, send that fella this money or not. But he didn't end up coming to me. But so he just, he sent this fella money and he ended up being scammed. He listened to a lot of the things that this fella had to say. He was into this fella. He believed this fella was for our people. He believed that this fella right here was genuine. He believed that he was real and true in his heart. But he found out the hard way that he wasn't. One thing I want to tell you that I've learned plenty years ago, a lot of years ago. If there's more than one person or there's different people saying one thing or a certain thing about an individual, and they don't know each other, but they're all saying the same thing about him or her or them or that, then there's a great chance that it's true. So let that be a lesson to you. This is another thing. Let me say this because I heard about this type of stuff. But let me say this also to you. Never pay attention to what a person says. Always pay attention to what they do, because what they do is what they are. You always pay attention to a person's actions, not never, ever just their words. You always make sure you listen to their actions. Look at their actions. Pay attention to their actions. Look at their pattern. Find out what their pattern is, because that's what that individual is. So this fella right here that you see scammed a fella that I know. And this fella went and borrowed money. He went and borrowed money so he could send this fella some money, because he believed in what this fella was saying. And now he's trying to figure out how he can get his money back. Or is he just going to let it go? So I heard from him. So I'm here on this video to tell you beware of this fella. He calls his name Brother Polite, but his real name is Enemy Rude. Okay? In order for somebody to be a brother, that means they're going to do right by you. They care about you. They're trying to find ways where they can really help you by knowledge, by giving you information to increase your knowledge in truth and not in lies. And a person that would take your money and not give you anything in return, a person that will lie to you and make promises that they cannot commit to, is not polite. And neither is that a polite way, but a rude way, a disrespectful way. That's an enemy. The scripture says, know your enemies. So know who's a friend of yours, know who's an associate of yours, and know who's an enemy. So I wanted to just put this video out and let you know, don't trust this fella. Don't send him any money. I personally know a fella that me and him are cool. Me and this fella been in plenty good, constructive conversations together. I wish he would have came to me and told me, like I told him, man, I only wish you would have came to me and mentioned that you was thinking about sending this fella some money, because I would have did my best to encourage you not to send this fella money. You see? And that's what the enemy does. It's just like I tell people, if I don't like you or if I want to poison you, I'm not going to give you a plate full of decon, cyanide, and all of that other stuff on the plate and give it to you because I know, and give you a glass of bleach to drink or a glass of Drano to drink. I'm not going to do that because I know if I give it to you in true nakedness like that, you're not going to eat it. But if I prepare your food or go to the restaurant and buy some food that you like and put poison in it, and the smell of the food still comes out and the aroma of the food is still smelling good, but there's poison in it that can kill you, I have a better chance that you're going to eat it and digest that. You understand? That's what an enemy does. An enemy is not going to come to you knowing that you're going to reject something. He's going to come to you in a deceitful way and trickery way that he can accomplish the hate and the dislike that he has for you. A person that would deceive you don't like you. A person that would deceive you is an enemy. A person that deceives you hates you. And that's true. Action always speaks louder than words. Always. It's always been like that, and it will always be like that on this earth. Don't trust this brother right here. Don't send him any money. I'm making this video right here to co-sign. See, Satan knows how to put a combination of words together. Demons know how to put a combination of words together to make things sound so good, so desirable, and the temptation will eat at you. That's the trick of Satan. So you cannot afford to go by a person's words only. You can't. You always have to go by their actions. I learned that. I grew up in a church. The title of the church had love in it. At that time, before I came to some knowledge, I called his name Jesus. Okay? That's what I called him. So it had that church that I grew up in had the name Jesus in it. Jesus in love. This pastor preached the scriptures, did all of that. But behind the scenes and undercover and in darkness, he was fornicating, adultery, did a lot of things against people. Hatred and dislike, to the point where I questioned as I got older and looked back on my life and say, you know what? Was he just an enemy? Is he just a member or agent of Satan from the beginning? When he went to go start a church congregation, was his heart always evil? Because you have people that start imitation churches, imitation church congregations, and they're demons. They're agents of Satan. They're being used by demons. Their whole purpose from the beginning is the wrong decisions. They are the Antichrist. Because the Antichrist just simply means anybody that's against Christ. Anyone that's against God, anyone that's against Christ, that person, him or her, they are the Antichrist. Understand that. Okay? So these people out here, just because they're preaching power to the people, don't believe them. Check them out. See what they're about. Money is the root of all evil. There's thousands and millions of ways to earn income the incorrect way. I can go on and on about that. Don't trust his brother. Don't send him no money, because I'm gonna say this: if you see this video, or if you watch another video of anyone warning you about this fella right here, and you still send this fella money, you still support this fella, then shame on you. You have nobody to blame except you. People work hard for their money. There's more poor people and people living from paycheck to paycheck every day than it is people that got it made. Than it is people that can afford to go on vacations when they want to. People out here making their hard-earned money by labor. A very high percentage of people that graduated from college, have good jobs, don't even want to go to work. I can't tell you how many people I know that have graduated from college and they're working in the field that they went to, and they still hate to go to work. Just like the people who didn't graduate from college and have jobs, and they don't want to go to work. But that money that they earn, or the people that's earning less money, are giving the money away. And they have bills to pay, mouths to feed, the children's mouths they have to feed, clothes to support for their children, and all types of stuff. Mortgage, rent, utilities, you name it, insurance, you name it. But yet they taking their money and sending it. And these people like this, him, that's on this video, and everybody that's like him don't care about you. So if anybody is trying to deceive you and trick you, and you are not receiving what they say, that's an enemy. Always remember that. So I'm here to warn you. This is Tommy Charles, and that's why this is called the Speakers of Organization, because this company, we represent, and I represent, truth and realness and purity. And the number one thing is to be in right standards with the Most High. Because if I'm in the right standards with the Most High in my life and in my heart, through my prayers, fasting, reading the scriptures, studying, if I have to be able to be right by the Most High, I have to be right with you. That's why I named this the Speakers of Organization, speaking order, speaking truth. That's what speaking of organization is, to be organized in words and truth. To let the words be organized. Let the words be truthful. Because any lies, deceit, confusion is not organization. This is Tommy Charles of the Speakers of Organization. I encourage you again to go to our website, thespeakersoforganization.com, and see what we're planning on doing for you. We ask you to support us because we are trying to save souls. That's my mission, to save souls. Your soul is at stake. This brother right here, don't trust him. Don't send him any money. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. I know a person personally, a fella that sent this fella money and borrowed money from his family members. Excuse me. He didn't tell me who he borrowed the money from, but he did tell me that he borrowed the money. And he's upset. And he rightfully so. Don't trust him.